I've got here my working example of my tile map. So if I hit the lava, then I go back to the beginning, and you can see that I've got here a maze, and when I get to the end point, which in this example is the chest at the end, you see that we have game over and win. Now, I want to do a couple of things. First of all, I want to create an enemy sprite. Okay, so to do that, I go to sprites, and I'm going to drag this block in here, set my sprite 2 to kind of player. I'm going to just choose from the gallery just an enemy sprite. I'm going to choose this ghost or skeleton character here, and I'm just going to change it from a player type to an enemy type. Okay, so that means that the type of sprite is going to be different. It's called my sprite 2, and what I want it to do is I want it to follow, like chase my sprite around. So I'm just going to search for the word follow, and I want this one here, set my enemy to follow my sprite, and drag that in underneath that one. Now, it's come up with an error. That's because it thinks that my enemy is going to be called my enemy. So I could rename this to my enemy. Okay, and then you'll see like that it follows me around. The moment the speed is really quick, it's following me a bit too closely. So if I click on the add symbol here and change the number here to say 50, now you'll see that it moves a lot slower as it goes around. Okay, I don't want it to go through these kind of like lava things, because I can't go through them. I get reset back to the beginning. Now, if we go to the tile map, you might have noticed that up here we've got this toggle that says show walls. And at the moment, there's nothing showing. But over here, we've got a wall button. So if I click on this, and it's on the place tool at the moment, and I click here, you'll see that it's a slightly darker color that's coming up. Okay, that's showing me that is then a wall. I could just to show you create a wall in here as well, so it means that I wouldn't be able to break out of there. So when I refresh now, okay, so you see there's a visible wall there that I can't break out of, and I can't actually get out of this one here. Okay, I'm trying to move right, but it won't let me. And you'll notice that the enemy also can't travel through the wall. Okay, so I'm not resetting back to the start now. What it's doing is the wall is blocking my path. Okay, let me just delete. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Delete these couple in here, and I'm going to place a bit more wall on these kind of lava sections here. Oh, so I'm going to undo that. There we go, just to make sure my wall is nice and finished. So when I refresh now, you'll see that the enemy can't go through the wall, and then neither can I. Okay, so it's a bit slow there. Now, what I could do is I could say I could find a way for if the sprites are touching each other, so if they're overlapping, instead of overlapping something on the tile map, if they're kind of like touching each other. So I could do this a couple of ways. One of the ways is I could create a forever loop, and then in logic, I'm looking for if something is true. Okay, and the thing that I want to be true is the sprites touching. Let me see if there is anything. There's nothing about touching. Let me have a look for my enemy. Oops. Here, this is the one I need. It's the overlaps. Let me just search for overlaps. There we are. So we've got these two here. I could just have this on the sprite kind of player overlapping the type of enemy, or I could have this forever loop in here. They'll do the same thing, okay, but my logic is just explained a little bit differently And I need to change this from my sprite overlaps with my enemy. So this top one up here, this one will be really good if you've got lots of different enemy sprites. So you've got 3 or 4 and they've got different names for the variables, and it's hard to keep track of them. Whereas this one, if you want a specific sprite, an action to be if a specific sprite overlaps with the other one. So what I could do is I could, under the info, I could change the lives by -1, okay? So in fact, I'm going to do it on this one up here at the moment, just to simplify. So I've said here, if the player overlaps the enemy, then I'm going to lose lives by 1, and I want to, at the beginning, I'm just going to set my lives to 3, okay? So now when I play the game, you see I've got 3 little hearts, and as I go, now you notice there that as soon as I kind of touched it, I lost the life, but then it kind of, because I was still touching it, I was still carrying touching it, I actually lost all 3 of my lives there. So I might need to put like a pause in here, maybe change that to, let's check half a second, let's test that out and see if that works. Okay, so I'm going to, so I lost a life, but I carried on going, okay? Let me show you that again. So I lose a life, but it actually touched me twice there. So that's a way that you can add an enemy in, and here showing how you could lose a life. I'm now going to show you how you can add a second level on. So I've said on my tile map, this chest down here is going to be where I'm going to have game over win. I'm actually going to take that out and go back to scene and just grab another one of these set tile map 2 blocks in here like this. And this is where I'm going to create a second level. Okay, so I'm just going to call this level 2. And let me just, I'm going to fill it all just with this green one here, just to show you the difference between, so this is my first level, and then this is going to be my second level that we've got over here. So now when I refresh the game and I play it through, oh, there we are, I lost a life. See, the enemy's not very smart at the moment. He doesn't know how to kind of get past my barriers, which is okay. And I get to the location. Oh, it didn't take me to that. Let me test it out again. Okay, so I've lost my life. There we are, now it's switched. Not sure what the problem was there, but switched. But you'll notice the enemy is still there. I haven't got anywhere to end the level at the moment, so this could go on until I lose my lives. There we are. Okay, that's when I need to add into my second level. Maybe this is where I could put the chest in here, or I could keep going. I could keep adding further and further levels on. Each time having a different block that would transport me to the next level.